Welcome. This is the 60th annual Beat the Champs, presented by the Chicagoland BPA. And these are the finals. Today, all of the finalists from all around Chicagoland are gathering to find the champions in each division. The 60th annual Beat the Champs, brought to you by Storm, the Bowlers Company, by the Chicagoland BPA, by Coolwick, and by Miller High Life. Now, the finals of the 60th annual Beat the Champs.
All right, well, hello and welcome to the 60th annual Beat the Champs. It is the 60th annual, people. This is a big deal from the Chicagoland BPA, and this is the finals of the men's and ladies division. And I've got, speaking of ladies, the lady that does all the work for it in the booth with us, Joy.
Hello.
How's it going out there?
Well, it's going pretty well. We've got all of our bowlers, our finalists, the 32 men and the 32 women today that are competing for the $10,000. So we've come pretty far since December.
All right, well, everything is looking good. Today we were fortunate enough to have the first annual youth division finalists come up, and they took home scholarship money, prizes. There was the beautiful pin that was awarded to everyone, which was fantastic.
Yes, it was.
And now we're on to the men's and ladies, and I got to tell you, I want to talk about charity. I want to talk about little pieces of paper that you have all around your office. But let's talk about what are the bowlers bowling for today.
Today, the bowlers, the men and the women, are each bowling for $10,000. And then they will be going down the line, and they'll be winning TVs and then different bowling equipment, which you have so graciously donated for the prizes. And they're going to bowl 4 games today across the 32-lane house. And they will then see who wins the top prize with the handicap included in there.
So what I found amazing, and I love this so much, is that both on the men's side and the ladies' side, the top prize, folks, is the same. It is $10,000 for the winner of the ladies' division, and it is $10,000 for the men's division. And I just thought that's super cool. And like you said, it is various skill levels. Like you have some scratch bowlers have made it all the way to the finals. And then you have some just regular league bowlers that might not average all that high, but they outperformed others. Their handicap pushed them into the finals, right?
They had a good night in the week of December 4th through the 10th in their house at their own league, and that pushed them into the sectionals, which were held back in February. And they had another good day at a different bowling center, and again with their handicap, that pushed them here into the finals now for the $10,000.
And so overall, there was about 16,000 participants.
In the adult divisions, yes.
In the adult divisions, okay, yes. The men's and the ladies, all right. And of course, you guys are always looking at ways to give back. And that was something that also inspired me about this event. Beat the Champs is a historic event. All the great players have gone and posted scores in the past, and but it's about charity.
Yes. And
you guys have raised a ton of money. It's $5 to bowl a qualifying round for Beat the Champs.
Right.
And out of that $5, some goes to the winners of today, and a lot goes to charity.
Yes, that's true. For the most part, the $5 entry does go basically to the charities, with a very small portion coming to the tournament and for the prizes of it and the production of the tournament. So what they do in regards to the charity is that the bowling centers in the different sections that we have hosted, they have a choice of the charities that they choose, and the sections that we have, it's proportioned out according to how many centers and how many bowlers have participated. And then each of the different sections that we have in Chicagoland, Fox Valley, and Will County, they get to pick how their money for the charities goes. Some of them have certain centers get to pick in a rotation, and others have where they just pick for the section that they're from of what charities that they'd like to donate the money to.
Very good. I love, do you have any idea what the total amount per charity raised is? Is that number in yet?
That number's not in yet until we finish the tournament, and we will have that. But I believe, and I'm sorry, I didn't study for this live stream.
Yeah.
But I believe we've raised over almost $8 million in the 60 years. But I'm kind of nervous, and I'm going just off the top of my head in the last 60 years. I believe that was the right number.
Very good.
So we have that. Though the other portion of the tournament, the charities are great, and I know that we have the pros also pick a charity when they're bowling the telecast or the live stream. They also have strikes for charity. So they also get to pick too as to what charities they're going to donate to.
So we had this year Danielle McEwen on the ladies' side set the target score, and then Kyle Troop on the men's side was the champ.
Right. And off the top of my head, I think one was lymphoma, and I couldn't remember what the other one was. It may have been a breast cancer.
Yeah, I think Kyle was doing breast cancer, and Danielle did lymphoma
so they
society.
did win some money for their charities.
Absolutely.
But kind of skipping off the charity portion of it, I'd kind of like to give a shout out to the league secretaries that have participated in the tournament here with all of their leagues and their hard work. We have a portion of the tournament that is called 100% participation for the leagues. So any bowling league that has 24 or more bowlers, if they put their league in at 100% strength, that they will be able to send at least one bowler from their league into the sectionals. So if it's a mixed league, they send a man and a woman, and from a men's and a women's league, it's either a man or a woman that is sent on to the sectionals, which has grown tremendously and has put more bowlers into our sectional round. And at the beginning, like you said, we had 16,000 bowlers. So I'd like to thank all those secretaries and, of course, the proprietors for all of their help in making sure that they've gotten their leagues to be in at 100% and to grow the participation of the tournament.
Yeah, and shout out to all those league secretaries out there that work so hard and gather people and rally the troops.
Yes, and it's been quite successful. And, well, the perk to the 100% league is that if one of the bowlers here today is out of 100% league, which I believe there's only one bowler that didn't come out of 100% league.
Yeah.
This time is they win the $10,000 for themselves, and then for their league they win $500 to go into that prize fund.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So it's a really nice perk, and it's been a good tournament.
So it appears that if there was only one person in the building that didn't come from 100% participation league, you're going to award that extra $500 to that league, someone's winning.
Well,
I mean, someone's winning today.
Yeah, someone's going to win, but if that particular person, they'll win their $10,000, but the $500 won't go to either the man or the women's league, depending on that situation.
All right.
So
let's talk some of the housekeeping. We're playing 4 games this morning, folks, or this afternoon, here at Lyle Lanes, where Caesar and Grace, the owners, are so fantastic, and Dave, the general manager, it's been so fun to be here.
Yes.
We've got Kelly Kulik, who's going to be coming in doing some announcing in Game 2.
Okay.
And she's, everyone knows Kelly Kulik, the Hall of Famer.
Yes.
4 games, they're going to change lanes after each game. Now, the way it's set up, folks, is lanes 1 through 16 are where all the boys are playing, and then 17 through 32 are all the ladies.
Yes.
And so people on 17 and 18 will be moving on down to the right. People on 15 and 16 that you're watching now are going to be moving left. So they're going down to lanes 3 and 4 from here, and we'll get a new crop
set.
of people coming in each game. So throughout the broadcast, you'll get to see your favorite bowlers competing and going for that top prize, which $10,000 in cash to the men's champion and the ladies champion. It's a big deal. It's a lot of money.
It is.
Also, some prizes. 55, second place, 55 Samsung, 55-inch 4K smart TV. Third place, a Nano Cell 75 series smart TV from LG. Fourth place, another LG 43 4K TV. Fifth place, Samsung 32-inch TV. We're giving away a lot of TVs, Joy. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
And then when you're not in the top 5, we got to give some other great prizes. And our friends at Storm have gone ahead and partnered with the Chicagoland BPA, and we're awarding some special bowling balls and bags to other finalists. So all in all, we're having a great old time, and someone's walking away with a lot more money than I have.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
So
It's going to be a really exciting time when we come down to the last 3 and the people are realizing who's going to be what they shot as their series, and it gets pretty emotional come the end of this when it's award time.
I can see it happening. By the way, I do a lot of bowling tournaments through Storm, and it's very rare we're giving away 20 grand because that's what we're giving away. 10 on the men's, 10 on the ladies. There's a lot of money going out. So good job. It brings me to my favorite topic that directly involves you.
Okay.
And it's little pieces of paper.
Yes.
So when I first met you and we had our first meeting a while back, I learned that in today's world, you still are the paper queen.
Yes.
Yes.
We have, from 60 years, we're continuing the tradition of doing the paper entries for the adults on those little cards that they fill out and turn into us. Yes.
Okay. So how many of these little tiny paper cards are around your office in the height of the Beat the Champs process?
Well, there's 16,000 bowlers participating.
And they all have a card.
And they all have a card. So at least 16, maybe 20. There's probably a couple boxes because we ordered a few extra in case we needed them,
Yeah.
So we've got some of those stored up in case we needed to use them for next year. But I'm going to be honest. The new kid way we did it with how they signed up. Yeah, they signed up online.
Yeah.
It makes life a lot easier, and I don't get blamed for the spellings being wrong when I'm typing in the names.
They put it in.
They type it in.
Yeah.
So it's it moves along a lot quicker.
Did it wear on you? The QR code wear on you? Are you giving in?
I was fine with it. I just was trying to figure out the mechanics of it.
Yeah.
As opposed to counting every single card that came in, man and woman, and then having to type all the names in myself. So it's
typewriter.
Yeah, like a typewriter. No, we do have computers now.
Okay.
At the BPA, so we've moved along from typewriters to that. But back in the day, we used to actually hand type the finals.
Yeah.
But we figured that one out now, so we also have a printer.
So I think it's great, and there's so much hands-on, and there's so many people involved in it, and we're expanding. Are we not in next year going to expand further than Chicagoland or not?
I'm not sure.
Is this official? No?
I don't know if it's official, but I know we have already included Indiana.
Okay.
Indiana is included in this year, or this 60th year of our tournament, and we've had a couple centers that did participate from Indiana.
Yeah, like Pheasant Lanes.
No, Pheasant Lanes was from the youth portion.
Yeah.
So if we do go statewide, then they will also be included.
Okay.
In the Beat the Champs for the adult portion of it.
Pheasant Lanes is not in Chicagoland, though.
No, Pheasant
it's down
Lanes,
south.
Bloomington.
Bloomington.
The farthest south that we had was Bullhaven Lanes, and I believe it's Alton, Illinois.
Okay.
And then farthest north that I believe we had was in the Rockford area, Freeport,
Yep.
4 Seasons lanes.
Okay.
And that was for the youth portion.
Right. Okay. And
Well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's Southern SI Bowl. That one might be the farthest one. But either way,
SI Bowl's farther away.
that might be Carlinsville. Carlinsville, I think that one is. But either way, those were the south portions that some people had to make the trip for the finals for
They
the youth.
came all the way up here to.
Yes.
Well, why wouldn't you? The kids are in scholarship for
Yes.
college, and 2 people here are winning $10,000. So.
Yep.
Very good.
But yeah, there's a good possibility that we will be expanding statewide for the 61st Beat the Champs.
Statewide, but you didn't hear it here. We're not.
We're not for positive.
Yeah, we're not for positive. We are positive that it's a good day to be inside because the wind was blowing. I guess yesterday. Maybe it's nice today. I don't know. I've been here all day.
The sun is out. I know you're
The
kind of.
sun is out?
The sun was out earlier, and I think it was cold, but yesterday was a heck of a lot colder. Yes, so even being inside today is good.
Yep.
A good day to watch bowling.
All right, it is a good day to watch bowling, and it's a.
Thank you for everything. Nice meeting you. Sorry that didn't show up.
As we mentioned, we're in Lisle, Illinois, which is about. Oh, I go by where it is in proximity to airports. I flew into O'Hare.
Okay.
That's a big airport, by the way. You guys
Yes.
have.
Yes,
And it was 35 minutes to get over this way, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Because I come from the city too.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
So is O'Hare in the city?
well, it's technically just on the outskirts of the city.
Yeah.
They kind of deem it their own world.
It's its
there.
own thing.
Yeah, it's
it
its
should
own
be.
thing. It's
They-
like right next to Rockford and right on the border of Chicago and like Harwood Heights type deal.
Okay. So, why 4-game format? Is that just historically what we've done? Has beat the champs in this division like today?
I'm
It's
going to
4
say yes.
total games
Because ever since I've been working here, it's been,
been
4
4
games for
games.
the finals. Yes.
with the same typewriter and the same little pieces of paper.
Yes. Yeah. Well,
and now this year
I
QR codes.
graduated from the typewriter. Remember?
No, I know.
Okay.
I know. I'm just kidding. I just think it's
I know.
awesome. People, if you've never seen what 17, 20,000 pieces of little cardboard paper, like entry
like.
things looks like,
We'll get that posted
you got to
online
take
for
a
you.
picture of it and send it because I don't know how you keep track of it, but you do. And by the way, this morning the kids ended, and you had all the scores done and tallied, and you verified everything, averages and pins and everything. And we were awarding prizes like 5 minutes after they got done.
Yes.
I don't know
Well,
how you guys do it, like a little team of elves back there.
Yes, that's what we are.
Yeah.
No, we mostly have the averages we do have all the averages verified beforehand. So once they come out of the sectionals, we double check the averages. We make sure that they are using the right highest average that they have for the season or for last season. And so when it's time to bowl, they've already got their handicaps down, and all they have to do is post their scores, and then we just have to double check everything and put them in order, and out goes the prizes.
Yeah.
Now the same with the adults too. So once they're finished bowling, we'll hop on auditing the scores, and we'll probably in about 15-20 minutes be able to get their awards ceremony going out.
Do they leave here with a check for 10 grand?
Yes. I don't know if I should probably say that online so they don't get jumped in the parking
No.
lot.
Well, it's a check, people. Don't
It's
come.
a cardboard check.
Yeah, it's an awesome check.
Giant cardboard check.
And TVs. They leave here with TVs.
Yes, they will leave with those.
Where have you been hiding these things, Joy?
I'm not sure where Caesar put them because
Caesar's hiding them.
He got them. We delivered them to him, so he's got them here hidden somewhere.
All right, they are leaving with some storm swag too. So
Yes.
Anyway, we're super happy to be involved. We hope we can be involved for years to come. It's fun. We love it, and we think you guys do a fantastic job running this fantastic event. And I told
thank you.
people earlier, because the kids needed to hear this, I said, kids, like, you don't know this because you're just a kid, but in 60 years of something, this is not, I mean, I know it's a Chicagoland thing, but if you live in California, you know about Beat the Champs. Like, people in California know about Beat the Champs. And now, because we get to broadcast it and stream it
Yes.
and send it out, people around the world know about this event because we're a worldwide company, right? Storm,
Right.
and you can catch this this show. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
And if you happen to bowl in the Chicagoland area, or perhaps next year in the state of Illinois, if it expands, if that is confirmed, then you'll be able to participate in this great event. And maybe we give out more money because
Yeah.
there'll be more people.
And more people and,
and
more states that can participate and
Yeah.
and come forward with us. So
Right.
that would be great.
and more little paper cards.
Oh my goodness.
We'll get it to
I
like
would
30
have to do all
thousand.
of those now, right?
Yeah, you're going to do them all
Oh no.
for the whole state or world.
I may need a little more time. We may have to expand the parameters to go a little past, what are we in, March?
Yeah, we might need to expand. True.
Or I could get a team. Maybe I could have a team instead of just myself.
So after tonight, is it over? After this round, is it over for you, or is there still paperwork to be done?
Well, once this portion is finished, of course, we're going to have to post the scores online.
Yeah.
So then I will be finished with this portion of it for the bowling, but then we're going to move on to the, like you had talked about, the charities
Yes.
earlier. So then we'll tally up all the information between the centers and the number of bowlers and what's all been participated. And then we'll take it to our sections and we'll tell them, okay, this is your portion of the money, and so on and so forth between the different sections that we have in our association. And then they will, again, like I said, decide which charities that they'll be sending their portions of the money to. And they don't always pick just one. They can divide it up between a few of the different charities, in their area.
Yeah.
And basically it's in the Chicagoland area or the outlying, state portions, part of where they send their monies to. So they don't always just pick one. They do try to divide it up a little bit to spread the money out for it.
All right.
So yeah, I have a little more work to do
You
yet.
have more work yet.
Yeah,
Okay.
more paper.
When I'm done here, I'm done. I don't have any more work to do for
Well,
Beat
that's
the
nice.
Champ, so I'm done.
Okay. Until December of
Next
this
year.
I'm sorry, of this year.
Yeah.
So we'll do it as we traditionally have in the first week of December. And we'll have all that information out. Like I said, maybe it'll be QR codes this time.
Yeah.
And or through the websites. And
Perfect.
we'll be able to attract the bowlers again. But like I said, the secretaries are pretty good. They continue on with it. And they stay on top of it. And they make sure then that they can get their league put in 100%.
All right. Well, looking at the scores here on 15 and 16, we had a 202 was the high game on that pair. Looks like 184 over on the ladies' side on 17 and 18. And now the bowlers are finishing this 10th frame. Now they have to go tackle a new pair of lanes, and we'll get a new group of people coming over to our pair,
Oh, yeah.
to our featured pairs,
Yep.
right?
Yep,
So
they're
we'll
gonna-
just sit here and we'll let everyone come to us.
Yep.
That'll be perfect.
Yes. That's even better.
It's even better.
Yes, it is.
All right, enjoy. You're going to head out. Thanks for all that you do. And I know you've
You're
got
welcome.
to go tally up scores and run things. And
Yeah, got 3 more games, and we're going to be
3 more
finding out
games
who's
and-
got the 10 grand coming to them.
there we go. And do we get like a teaser after game 3? Like a little update? Like we
You
think
know,
this person's winning or something so I
in the
could
past,
get excited?
What we had done was run from lane to lane, and we took down their scores and we posted them. But we had 2 separate finals. We had the women on one weekend and the men on another weekend.
Yeah.
And so now with 64 total in the house, we decided not to do that this year. So no, I don't think we're going to have a teaser.
No
Unfortunately, I apologize about that.
So we are going to, after the stream is over for the bowling, we'll take a short break. Then we'll start a new stream for just the award show, which will be crowning the $10,000 champ.
Yep.
All right.
Well, I'd like to thank you very much for working with us and sponsoring
it's
this.
been fun.
And it's been very nice. So thank you very much for all that you guys have done for us. That Storm's done.
It's our pleasure. We're gonna play some cool little commercials for y'all while the bowlers are changing lanes, and be back shortly.
All right. Bye.
Just to make a point, if you don't look good on the lanes, you won't do good on the lanes. Shop the look. Cool Wick, proud Jersey partner of Storm Bowling. Everything from the Storm Black Label collection to Cool Wick Quick Ship jerseys. Each one designed to let your jersey do the talking. Cool Wick jerseys, hoodies, hats, and more. Cool Wick. Visit coolwick.com. Select, customize, and be cool. Cool Wick. Coming this summer, the 2023 Chicago White Sox Bowlers Day, Sunday, August 27th. It's our day. For 22 years, a guaranteed good time for all. Sunday, August 27th, against the Oakland A's. It's the 2023 Chicago White Sox Bowlers Day. Be sure to keep an eye out for more information coming soon. And mark your calendar. Sunday, August 27th. Your game is about to get better. Introducing SPI Plus, a new digital magazine monthly from Storm. This month, practical advice from Danielle McEwen on setting goals and reaching them. Practice tips from Shannon O'Keefe and SPI Plus columns on your fitness, even traveling tips. SPI Plus. Visit stormbowling.com, enter promo code 2023, and get the entire year free. Take your game to the next level with SPI Plus.
Every new grill deserves to be christened. Do it right with the champagne of beers. Welcome to the high life.
All right, everyone, we're back, and it is time for game number 2. And we're going to be joined by the legend herself, Miss Kelly Kulick, people.
Afternoon, Gary.
Good afternoon, Kelly. How are you?
I'm lovely.
What you been up to out there?
I've got some lunch.
Nice, okay.
A little bit of lunch and just observing.
Good.
Watching some 2:30 games down on the low end with the gentlemen.
Okay.
Some mixed match games. Ladies, a couple of good games. So one with easily 240 pace. Not quite sure what they finished with. Nice 4 on a pair. The pace is pretty rapid. 4 games in total, but they will be switching pairs, so that always plays, a role in scoring. So interesting to see. And I'm just anxious to see who's going to walk away with that $10,000 prize fund.
I know. We were lucky enough to have Joy, who's the person, Bill Duff. Everyone knows Bill Duff. Joy is the one behind the scenes that makes it all happen.
Yep.
And she was in the booth in game 1, just sharing all the work, the hard work, the fun, how exciting this is, and I love that it's equal payout. You got $10,000 for the top man and $10,000 for the top lady.
Absolutely.
Now I will give a shout out, Kel,
Yeah?
to my guys, but the guys side, because we're sitting right between 16 and 17, and 16 down left down to lane 1 is all the guys.
Yes.
And 17 all the way to the right are the ladies. Well, the ladies on 17, 18 haven't even started to think about bowling game 2, and the guys are in second frame. Just way to go, guys. Way to go. Getting it done.
Some things are worth the wait, though, Gary. That's why we're always late for a date. We're just we're trying to prep for you.
Late for the dates. There you go. You're having a good time today. You got the youth earlier. Now we're into both. We get to watch both the men and the ladies.
Yes.
Which is fantastic. My guy on 16, I think, needs to move right. Although his hair is on point. I like the hair. But I think he's playing too deep, Kel. He's way in there.
He is. 43 feet, it's stuck right on the end of that top medium pattern and top long pattern. So you would think sometimes closer to the head pin, which I think is what he's gravitating towards.
Yeah, but it's a house shot, Kel.
I know. There should be
friction.
There should be friction outside, yep. Swing it and let it come back.
Right. So just as Kelly said, listen, it's 43-foot pattern. 28 mils is the behind-the-scenes information I got from the friend that oils the lanes this morning. So I believe him because he's the one pushing the button. I watched balls go down the lane yesterday when I was in setting up, and this morning, and now, and I could use a big ball on this. Me personally, I could throw like a DNA on this.
I'm thinking DNA, exotic gem, or either the new Eternity. I like pearlized covers when the patterns can tend to be very long. I don't want them to burn up in the first 20 to 30 feet of the lane.
No,
so I
good
tend
idea.
to favor more pearlized ASIMs.
Good tip.
You know, get a little
Strong
service on
pearl.
them. Yep.
That's a good tip.
Yeah.
I'll use that. The Eternity sure looks good. I watched
does.
some people throw it, and that ball looks special. DNA is my favorite though right now.
I can see why. It's.
I watched Blair throw it at Storm headquarters.
I did. I saw it in the video.
It
Yep.
rolled amazing for
Yeah.
her. Because she bowls more like a traditional down and in style player.
Yep.
And to see the ball pick up and just keep mowing through the pins was pretty exciting for Blair.
Found a women's scorecard on the ground. Please return it to the counter. Once again, if you found a women's scorecard,
Women's scorecard, Cal, is
I
being
thought you said
lost.
sports car.
Yeah,
I would have
somebody
picked that
lost
one
their
up.
sports car. They lost their sports car, people.
Scorecard. Well, I'm sure there's a name on it, so we'll find out. We'll seek out that woman and where she's bowling. This lady right here on lane 17, she rolls the ball really well. Player A,
Yep.
no name associated.
She's got the game going. I notice she has the big brace on. I don't want to get controversial, Kel, but what's your thoughts on the big braces? What do you think? Fan, not a fan? Training aid only? Competition? What do you think? Can you say?
I know, you put me on spot. I think they're great training tools. Let's just say this. They put your hand in one position and one position only. Even if you back off and make your hand go straighter, I mean, it will increase or decrease rotation or axis tilt to get you to go more end over end or more around it. But hey, you know, everyone has their own beliefs. I think Robbie revs are good. I think it's used to develop bowlers that might struggle with timing along the way. But hey, to each their own. Best bowlers in the world use wrist devices.
I can't use one because I have really bad technique. So I cut my wrist a lot. And I don't think the thing is good for that. I have a lot of wrist cut, Kel.
Well,
and then I spin it like a little top. That's my technique.
Yeah, it's 6. I'm gonna refrain from saying it.
Let's
I would
move
like
on.
I would like to see them not be used, but you know, biologically and biomechanically, how women and men are made up are entirely different. Women don't generally have a lot of grip strength or wrist strength, and I do know they assist in that to keep their wrists in a certain position. So, again, it's like, should wide receivers wear gloves to catch a football?
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
Because it helps
Gives
catch
them
attackiness.
gives them a competitive advantage.
Yep, you know, it's just anything. I think if you're trying to get ahead and still abide by the rules, that's all that matters. So.
I got you. Well, and if it's in the rules, it's in the rules,
It's
right?
in the
That's
rules.
how we play.
I do know in Japan they are not allowed on the men's tour. I'm not sure about the women, but they are now forbidden in JPBA bowling.
Oh, okay. My guy Trey over here, that I thought was playing too far inside, started with the front 3, and then he didn't strike. He left a kind of a flat 10. I still think he's too far left, but he's got the front 3 9 spare, so hey, he's got this.
He's got low tilt. It looks like to me the ball picks up into a heavy roll really quick. You know, he's playing his A game. He might be from this area and just know the house shot so well that he's suited to where he needs to be. See, that's a great example. The gentleman just bowled strike in the 5th frame. Great shot. Using a hustle wind on a longer pattern with high volume.
Yeah. And he's playing him
He's throwing an Axiom
up
Pearl.
and at him.
Axiom Pearl, I believe that is.
Trey?
Trey,
Axiom Pearl.
I think so.
That's a long shot call from back here. You can see it?
I saw the colors. I'm just taking a wide guess.
Okay. All right.
Yep, Axiom Pearl.
There you go. It's like you're a pro or something.
Oh, wait, I'm wrong. It's not Axiom Pearl. It's some other ball,
Okay.
but it's close. I would have bet money on that too. I would have lost.
Yeah. I don't even guess anymore because it's hard to tell from this distance what ball it is, you know?
Yeah.
And I honestly, I don't know. I'm a Storm guy, right? So if it's not Storm Rotogrip or 900 Global, I probably don't know. I probably don't know what it is. Sorry, people.
The one woman's shirt, great minds drink alike.
Yeah.
Did you notice that one? Two-hander?
No, I didn't see
Yep.
it. Two-hander?
Yeah. Young lady, letter C or D, letter C on lane 20.
All right, let's see if we can go to the, I don't know, GoPro cam and see. So she is getting up on lane 20 right now.
Not a lot of ball
Black
speed.
hair, little bun. She has a little bun and big white lettering on her, on the back of her. And two-hander.
Not a lot of ball speed.
She converts the rail. There you go. Great minds drink alike. Speaking of drinking, Kelly.
Okay, trick question.
Miller High Life, the champagne of beers, is a proud sponsor of Beat the Champs. So a big shout out to our friends at Miller High Life. And the champagne of beers, Cal, it's been around a while.
It has been.
Yeah, for sure. Just like Beat the Champs, 60th annual.
It's a great turnout for a Sunday.
Yeah, the bowling center is packed because everyone wants a piece of the winner's 10 grand.
10 grand.
So all their friends showed up. My guy Trey two-pinned. Flat 10, two-pin on that lane. Trey, move right. Trey. He's not listening. He's Trey. He's like, no, never mind. We good. I like this lady's Storm shirt. Got the black and the pink and the white and all kinds of stuff going on. She's got style, Kel. Style.
All these ladies do.
You always go with like cow prints and giraffes and zebras and stuff.
I usually have
Animals.
a theme. Yeah, I have a theme. I do the video games or the board games.
Oh, that's what the yeah.
Yeah, this year I'm trying to do the breakfast cereal edition.
So like Fruit Loops?
Snap, Crackle, Strike.
Snap, Crackle, Strike.
Rice Krispies.
Rice
Cheerios.
Cheerios.
Fruit Loops.
Yep.
I was going to do Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yep. Perfect.
So,
okay.
and then either, you got to do Fruit Loops. I never was a Lucky Charms girl,
Yep.
but I think it's one of the appropriate ones. Or Tony the Tiger, they're great for Frosted Flakes.
Yeah. So all of your jerseys will have some box of cereal on them?
I'm hoping to, yeah.
What was the cow one? I thought you had a couple of cow ones a
It
couple
was a
years
cow,
back.
and I'm a girl. It's a cowgirl.
Oh. Yep. Thank gosh you told me. Otherwise I wouldn't have known. Trey, did you move right? You got it right. See?
Oh, the 210.
See? Trey.
Yep.
Trey. Come on. I think we started out pretty good with his three-bagger, but they were all a little light anyway.
Yeah. Swishers.
Yeah, they were all a little long. The ball's going a little long, Trey. Hey, Kel, do you know the other prizes that we're giving away today?
I do not know. I'd love to hear what they are, though.
So we talked about $10,000 for each, the top man and the top lady. Also, second place, 55-inch 4K smart TV from Samsung. Third place, they love their TV here at the Beat the Champs because the second through fifth are all TVs, just various sizes and skill, like what do you call it? Like a technical quality or whatever, right? Second place has got the top of the line 4K amazing TV, right?
Yes.
And then fifth place is a 32-inch LED.
LED, yep.
LED. So all great prizes up there. And then 6th through 15th, they're getting some Storm stuff. And 14th or 16th through 32nd also taking home a little Storm gear.
Okay.
So lots of good prizes. Our girl Super Bowler over here on lane 17 just 210. So she probably need to move a little bit. Oil might be transitioning a little, Cal.
Yeah, she got a little firm with it, a little aggressive.
So you're saying no move? She just threw it too hard?
I think she got aggressive with it. She threw it faster. I would definitely move, though, because her last few strikes have been light pocket hits.
Yeah.
And that's just it. It is a move, or it could be just soften the speed up a little bit. Oh, that's the second time I've seen the Lily on lane 19.
Someone left it?
Yes.
Tough spare. Kelly, what's going on the ladies tour this year? What do you know? What's the good word?
The good word is that we have, I believe, it's 12 or 14 events this year. The majors will be televised on CBS Sports Network, so that will start with our USBC Queens airing on May 23rd, live on CBS Sports Network. We will have the U.S. Open that will concur sometimes in the month of June out of Rochester, New York. And then the Players Championship, which is in Iowa, that will conclude in August. Now follow that by some series events in Grand Rapids. Then we move to the East Coast. Ladies will take a break off in the month of July and come back with the Lucy doubles and then make their way up towards Iowa. So prize funds are supposed to be boosted up a little bit from last year or the 2 years prior. Majors obviously are $60,000 now, I think, for first. But I'd be curious to see how many members we have and how many women come out and bowl this year. The women will start on the West Coast, up in the California area.
Stockton.
Spokane, Washington, yep. And then make their way across the Midwest to the East Coast. Be exciting to see who's eligible for Rookie of the Year.
Are there going to be a lot of rookies?
I'm not quite sure. You know, it's always interesting to see when these young ladies graduate college, they're going to come out and bowl. I know they already kicked off one of their regional events in Dallas, Texas, and some familiar faces had competed already. But I'm not quite sure who's on the list of newbies that are considered for Rookie of the Year.
And in other news, can you talk about when you don't make TV shows? You've got you do announcing, don't you?
I do. If I still want to be in front of the camera. I just want to make that clear to everybody. I still try my hardest to be in front of the camera and be one of the contenders for a title. But if that does not occur, then I've got my second gig of commentating on the telecast. So I get to work alongside usually Dave Ryan.
He's a really nice guy, huh?
Fantastic gentleman.
Yeah.
Enjoy working with him and everything.
Yeah.
And I get to basically, you know, he does all the color commentating. Let me make that clear, too. A lot of people think, oh, you know, what our role is and everything. But Dave does excellent research and interviewing when it comes to the process of where are you from, your parents, you know, who do you like and everything. I get to ask a lot of the technical questions. And then basically I'm there to analyze the play-by-play in live time television, in the live moment of what's occurring with their physical game and the lane breakdown. So he's there for the color, I'm there as the analyst, and I think together we work very well with each other to portray what's actually happening in live time.
I think it's like me and you.
Yeah.
I'm the color, you're the analyst.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's how it's basically I'm Dave Ryan.
Pretty much, you're Dave.
Yeah. Or Chris Schenkel.
Oh, yeah.
And you're Bo.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Similar. Is our girl going to move on 17? Because I didn't see where she stood the last time.
Well, she started with her left foot on board 10. She's sliding 12. And she leaves the week 7-10.
Yeah.
So there's not so much more. There's not so much more you can move, right? Like how much further can you move right? That's when really you get into your feel phase of your game of just slowing it down a little bit and allowing the ball to react, right? The ball has to read the mid lane. And if you can't do it with the surface because the game has already started, you have to do it with ball speed and rotation. Let's see how Trey does. See, that's a nice soft release. Smooth release. Nice, good ball speed.
3 in a
punch
row
out for
to end this game.
236.
Yeah. This girl's almost made that. Tell you what, she can bowl, huh? She's a good bowler.
Yep. It's to your comment there earlier, Gary. Usually the men are a bit slower than the ladies with their 2-lane courtesy, and these guys are just plumbing along.
Trey, I think that that was fortunate, buddy. Just saying. It might be his shirt, Strike Force, whatever the Strike Force is.
The character from The Simpsons with the hair, voiced by Kelsey Grammer. Doesn't that hair remind you of that?
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Sideshow Bob?
I like it.
Sideshow Bob. I think that was his name. I like the guy's shirt over there, Fat Daddy Cook.
Yeah.
Who's on a 215, 225 pace. Interesting scores all around. I see a lot of 230 games, 180 games along the way.
No.
See, again, just a touch fast.
Kelly, how often are you right when you're analyzing?
I would probably say 90% of the time. Sometimes.
90?
Yeah.
That's a big number.
Is that too big?
It's a big number.
Maybe 85 then, or 85, 80, 85?
Del Ballard told me one time, I said, Del, how often are you right ball repping? He goes,
ball repping?
He gets like 55, 60%.
Yeah, ball repping's a different story.
Well, it's similar, right? You've got all these different variables and ways you can go about it, right?
Yeah.
Change balls, change releases, change where you're playing. The amount of changes are amazing that you can make to get the desired result.
Well, on the telecast, it's usually just those 2 bowlers and that pair that's broken down over the course of time. Tour repping, I would agree with Del's percentage. I would say maybe 50, 60%, because you can't see every lane in real time up to date. It's it's too much. You know, you're going side to side, especially like in a 32-lane center here, for example. My nickname's the Pacer, because I'm going back and forth from one end to the next, making sure I see all of my staff members, how they're doing. You know, you usually help the ones that are struggling or don't see a clear picture. And then you give them the information of the lane where they're moving to next. Okay, this pair hooks more than that one. This pair is tighter. This lane is so-and-so. And like you said earlier when we were commentating about the kids, is the goal for the professional bowler is within the first 4 frames to isolate what the lane is doing, make a decision, and hit the pocket. After those 4 frames, you're expected to strike the next 6. Right, you get 2 shots on each lane. The right lane, the left lane. You flat 10, you ring 10 or 4 pin. You should make the move in order to get there. So you should have that 240 pace if it's on a softer condition. But yeah, in real time and tour repping and trying to keep an eye on everybody, and this one's got this release, this one throws this ball. You know, it's not necessarily like, well, hey, Lenny Borsch is throwing the reality, so Tom Adcock can throw the reality. Like, no, that's not the case. 2 totally different bowlers.
Right.
You have to be able to think within each person's personality and physical game in order to make a suggestion. I think the hope is, you know, hey, here's a ball, here's a line, here's a suggestion. Let's hope it doesn't big 4.
All right, so stepping up here, playing 17, we need to be softer with this ball. That's what I'm thinking. Give that ball a chance.
Now she looks like she slid deeper. She slid 12 before. Now she slid 17.
That can't be right. 12 and 17.
I'm gonna double check.
Maybe the first time when she slid 12, it was really 17.
That's possible too.
I'm pretty sure you might have it as the Team USA coach. I'm pretty sure you've got this figured out.
Okay, so she did move right because now she's starting on 9, and she slid that time. She slid 13.
Still light.
Yep.
Light. All right, in with the 192 with the spare. I think she's looking for more in this sprint. It's a 4-game sprint today, Cal, for 10 grand.
For 10 grand.
She's needing to get her carry up.
I have to bowl 36 games to get 10 grand.
Yes. All right, Mr. Labonte stepping up on 16. He hits light.
He's throwing a Hustle USA.
Kind of a trend for us, isn't it?
Yes, every hit has usually been on the lighter side if it's missed.
There you go.
I would think supernovas would be great on this. High RG, high flaring, but really our strongest cover that we've made.
DNA.
Well, in comparison to that one just came out, yeah.
Yeah, it just came out Friday, but that ball's special. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, it's a spare. Never mind. It's a spare. Mr. Labonte makes his spare and moves on. Just a backwards hat wearing lefty. Any chance that he's not two-handed?
No, he's
righty.
righty.
He's righty.
Two-handed, yes.
Yeah, he's got to be a two-hander, right?
He's throwing a reality. He shot 230 game 1.
230?
Uh-huh.
Is he a two-hander?
Yes,
yes,
he
he
is.
is. Uh-oh, that's left. That was way left.
That was in front of him.
Yeah. I can relate to that shot. A little over the left toe.
Which on a 43-foot pattern is a good thing.
It's not bad. He almost struck.
It's not,
Almost struck.
The longer the pattern, most often enough, you can miss in front or inside. The shorter the pattern, miss outward. That's not getting there.
I'm going to chalk that up to just a bad frame. Shot 1, shot 2. We need to regroup, Cal.
Where's my evolution at, people? Reading some of the highlights.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, thank you. Bowling with Tyler. Kelly, your advice has helped me so much since that Zoom in September. Oh, you're very welcome. I'm pulling for some of the ladies over here.
Yeah.
Although I see a few red circles up on the screen.
Yeah, they got bingo going over there. I don't know, but once again, the ladies have finished, and now they're just sitting there chatting.
Well, I believe they can't move till the other frame is, other pair is done, which they just are now, so they should be moving along.
Much better shot in frame 2 by our backward hat wearing guy. Can we just give nicknames if we don't have names?
Sure, why not?
Yeah. I mean, we could call them by their bowler letter. You know, A, B, C. All right. Eventually, your ladies are going to move over.
I think it'd be interesting if there was a tie for first place.
Oh, that'd be
Have a
awesome.
roll-off. Do the fans know there was a roll-off for that last person to get that 30-second
who
spot?
got in?
I don't know.
I didn't know the outcome of the roll-off earlier because we were doing the youth thing.
Yes.
Mr. Labonte See if he gets an adjustment here.
Carries all 10.
How good does he roll it?
Pretty darn good.
Pretty darn good. I don't know, Matthew. That's coming from the Hall of Famer, so I'm taking that as a compliment. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Yeah, can't bounce it. Usually the ball doesn't hook when you bounce it. Can't hook in the air.
Nope.
I've heard that.
I
As
do,
the color, as the analyst. Wait. You're not the color analyst. You're the analyst, right?
Yeah.
Okay. As the analyst, will the ball hook in the air?
No.
No.
I think I only saw one gentleman that was left-handed, and so far only one woman.
Kel, what's your main responsibility as coach for Junior Team USA?
Main responsibility.
Yeah, that's a big responsibility in general.
It is.
Guiding the top youth athletes in the country.
Yes.
Can you give a rundown of who is on Junior Team USA?
Oh, gosh.
Can you know
Off
them
the
all
top,
yet?
I don't.
Because you haven't had your camp or whatever.
Yeah. I actually have pictures of all the kids on a board. Well, with the gentleman's side, I know we have the Bones, Justin and Brandon. I'll go with the professionals. We have Ryan Barnes, Jordan Malott is there. We've got Brandon Bonta, who's also made the junior team as well as the adult team. Landon Jordan. Let's see. So many.
Landon Jordan was here earlier
Yep,
today.
Landon Boulder earlier.
Finished second.
Terrible to think that I can't remember all their names, and I do know them.
Well, go back. How about I answer the first question I asked, which is like your main responsibilities. What does it mean to be Team USA coach?
My feeling as Team USA coach is I'm supposed to develop all of their skills, not only bowling, but their life skills, and help them mature and find their way in the industry. Better enhance their games, help with their mental preparation and their mental game, and how to bond as a team. For example, we have 18 young men and 18 young women that represent our junior team. So that's a lot of individuals trying to be one cohesive unit and bowl as a team, because only 4 or 6 will get to compete at one time.
Yeah.
And it causes, we only have a short period of time. We have an overlapping of the camps. So the men and women get to overlap for 2 days, just so there's some development there with relationships and feeling like one big unit. Because even though it's gentlemen and ladies, we are still a whole team. But I want to make sure that they work on their physical game, work on their mental game, and work on each other as human beings.
Well, sounds like a hat trick.
It is a hat trick. It's a nice shot there. Finally right enough in the early friction for Matthew. Bowling is a wonderful opportunity, and probably a huge percentage of my young athletes on the team aspire to be professional bowlers. They want to be the next Jason Belmonte. They want to be the next Liz Johnson or Shannon O'Keefe. And I want them to fulfill that dream and chase it. But I also want them to realize that there are other things in bowling that they can be just as good at or be contributors in. And for something happens along the way, if you fall and injure yourself, what do you do from that injury? How do you bounce back from it? How do you deal with it? What are the likelihood, what's a good step in order to learn how to be a professional bowler? Do you start with regionals? Do you start with the national tour? But I have to say, all of the youth bowlers that I coached last year, along with my assistant coaches, when we went to Sweden for the Youth World Championships, they were the best group of young adults I've ever worked with and traveled with.
Nice.
So well respected of each other, of their elders, of the facility and everything. They were great ambassadors for our sport and for our nation.
It's good to hear. Not surprising. I mean, most of the kids that are on that team are amazing and really just good people. So
Spencer Robarge, we got Julian Salinas. We have, I'm thinking of the men's side, Zach Grimes made the team again. I'm thinking of my younger one from this area, Andrew Blaney.
My guy, Andrew Blaney.
Yep.
How nice is he? He's a nice kid.
Yep. Landon's brother made the team.
Griffin.
Yep. Let's see. Hebetler. We've got Mr. Hebetler himself.
Bobby.
Yep.
I like him too.
Those are the names I'm going through. I know some even more. The women's side, I know we've got Caitlin Abaganya. Mabel Cummings made it again. This is like a record showing for her.
She's on the U side still?
Yeah.
How old is she?
I think she's 21, or 20, but she just turned 21 late. I'm not quite sure. I think she just in the deadline.
Oh. She's a great player.
Yeah. Of course, Jillian Martin, one of our superstars at Storm. She's fantastic, and her work ethic is unlike anyone I've ever witnessed before.
I talked to her a week ago. She told me she was going to take a small vacation without bowling balls. I said, no way. First time, yeah.
Yeah.
She said, I'm always just working hard or bowling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got Victoria Verano back.
Yeah.
Danielle's half-sister.
Yeah. All right, well, let's welcome the ladies on 17 and 18 to the party. And all of them look like they can roll it. Pretty good. Got some good bowlers over here on 17 and 18.
There you go.
Hook. She's still celebrating St. Patty's Day, Kel.
Well, it was on a Friday, so.
It's all weekend.
All weekend. This young lady made a shirt just for the day. Eat, sleep, play. Beat the Champs 2023.
Nice. She's throwing the ball you want her to throw, I think.
She's throwing the regular Nova.
Nova, is that what it is she's throwing?
Yep, reverse hook or backup ball.
Oh, so close.
Matthew Labonte looking for 6 in a row for that 6-pack.
I think he's going to get it.
I don't know if you caught that, but I like how he talked to himself. Nice shot, nice shot.
Ho-hum.
I think you followed Matthew and moved a lot right there, Gary.
Yeah, good. Good choice. Good choice. Kel, I don't know what the record stands now, but I think Mr. Belmonte won the Tournament of Champions today.
I was just going to actually bring that up, Gary. So that is his 15th major title on the PBA Tour, as well as his 4th TFC championship.
Yeah, pretty impressive.
And he beat E.J. Tackett, which right now is the hottest bowler on tour.
Yeah, EJ was the tournament leader.
Yep.
Did he lose? He obviously lost in the title match.
He lost in the title match, yeah.
Was it close? Do you know?
I think it was 240, 190-ish.
Okay.
I believe Jason was rolling his fate.
Okay. Ball's good.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah, I didn't watch any of it because we were here. But congratulations to Jason Belmonte winning yet again another major, increasing his record. Now up to 15. And still counting. Masters is coming up.
Yeah. Anthony Simonson has had a very good year, too. He's been in a lot of telecasts.
Yes.
Been doing very well. Any premonitions of who the lady female player of the year will be this year?
Yeah, I love playing this game, by the way. it's not going to be you because you're not bowling enough of the events. So I'm sorry, but it goes by points, and when you don't show up, you get 0.
Yes.
So I know you're going to win, and you probably add to your majors and win U.S. Open, Queens, all that stuff. But you got to show up every week, I think, to get the Player of the Year points, because
Yes.
it goes that way. I am going to go. Now, you may think I'm totally insane with this pick, although probably not, because you know how good this girl is. But I don't think often she's put in the Player of the Year area. I'm going Jordan Richard Player of the Year. Isn't that some?
I think no. After I observed her bowl these last 2 times at our Team USA events when I got to witness her bowling, I mean, she has been very, very spot on. She made the last Players Championship telecast, bowled really, really well. Physically, I think she's got the talent. Mentally, I think she's there. I would definitely put her in the running for Player of the Year.
Yeah. I think she's got that very strong ball roll. When she's got it going on, she strikes a lot, and I hear she's a good spare shooter. I don't know that.
Yes.
But you know, you have to be a spare shooter if you're going to contend week in and week out.
Yeah.
Which I think is why Shannon O'Keefe, players like yourself, just historically, you guys are just great spare shooters. So you fill frames, and then when you get the look that you like, you can get it done with some strikes.
Oh, a nice 2-4-10 conversion on the right lane there, lane 16. Yeah, Jordan's in my top 3.
Who do you like? Kelly Kulick. Say Kelly. Come on. Bowling half the tour.
But you said it to her, I'm only bowling half the tour. Now, if I win the first 3 out of 4, then, you know, you just never know.
You never know.
But I want to see, I think, Danielle McEwen.
Yeah.
After the year she had last year, she came up, you know, the telecast, all the ones she made. Shannon is always going to be there, just that how great of an athlete and how bowler she is. You know, I'd love to see Verity Crawley.
Yep.
I think she's got the talent as well. She's not on our staff, but I do feel she's a contender, is Dasha Kovalova.
Yeah. Someone that everyone likes, too.
Yeah.
She's a very likable person. She reminds me of EJ, because EJ Tackett, I think, is a really likable guy and person, and not on our staff. So I can't really root for him, Kel. I'm sorry. No offense. But I root for the home team. And the home team is anyone wearing a Storm logo. And so good to see Wes Malott switching gears, talking about tournament champions. Wes Malott making the show.
Yep.
Here. And the show format was really strange, right? 17 players made the show.
Lots of roll-offs.
Lots of roll-offs.
Lots of TV. Yeah.
And is that how Belmo got up to that spot?
Well, apparently in the beginning of qualifying, he was, I think one of his cylinders were broken, and he was just, you know, his exhaust or something was going on. He was very behind in the field. He was the last car in the field.
Yeah.
And then, you know, as typical of Belmo, he just thought, I'm going to focus now and everything, and just climbed the ladder. Got there so quickly. Simonson, I heard, went 8-0 in match play and averaged like 250.
No way.
Yeah. So 240 pins in match play.
Yeah.
EJ was a couple hundred pins ahead of him, and he caught up that stride in no time. These guys are almost done with game number 3, Gary.
Yep. I'm going to send some tea down for the ladies. Just hanging out, chatting. They're all having fun, Kel. They're intense over there.
It's always the case. One bad shot can just wreck a game.
Yeah.
Or in the wrong place where it is, can change your score by 20 pins.
Yeah. Talking about Matthew?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, a little headphone trouble here.
Headphone treble.
They're digging into my earrings. So, Gary, do you prefer Chicago style or East Coast style pizza? I mean, let's be known here.
100% New York pizza.
Okay.
100. I came to Chicago a month and a half, two ago. I did not eat pizza. I'm here. This trip, I will not eat pizza. I'm a New York pizza guy. Sorry. I know everyone loves their Chicago deep dish stuff, but I just don't. I prefer the thin crust of the East Coast.
Gotcha.
How about you?
You know, being an East Coast girl, I have to go with East Coast style. But I'm going to say 99%. There's that 1%.
Yeah.
There's a restaurant out in the Midwest called Old Chicago, ironically, and I do enjoy their regular pizza. I do. But if I was going to the chair and it was my last meal, it would be New York style pizza.
Yeah. From something like a Famous Ray's. Like, you know how many Ray's pizzas there are?
I think there's like 34 in New York City.
Right. That's why I think it's funny, because I'm like, which is the actual Ray's?
Yeah.
I don't really know.
Oh, nice shot, young lady. Letter B, 7th frame, nice strike. Who comes up with the names of the bowling balls?
Collaborative effort. Very rarely is it me. Although I did the DNA, that was me.
Okay.
Normally that's not in my wheelhouse, but that was something I had pitched. Steve Klemkin, as you know, is just wildly talented, and he's in our VP of all product development for all of our products.
Yes.
And he works closely with R&D and also R&D and also Chad McLean and Hank Boomershine. Do you want me to hold that while you're signing?
I'm going to do it. Yep.
Okay. So Dave Sims, our president, Bill Chrisman, Hank Boomershine.
Thanks so much.
All of these, I think it's just anyone. Like, if you have a good name that makes sense,
Yep.
then you got to throw your name out there. The one that I've been pitching and it hasn't gone over yet is Bob. I want to name a ball Bob, and then the whole thing I want it to be, you should take Bob bowling today, because Bob wants to go bowling because he's a bowling ball. Bob the bowling ball wants to go bowling. It's a whole thing. I would take Bob bowling.
But you have to do it. You have to do it both male and female.
Yeah, we could have a
Bobby with an I.
Lorraine.
Take Lorraine.
Lorraine to the lanes. It could be. It's not as cool as Bob. I like Bob.
Do you think there'll ever be any other professional bowler that a ball will be designed after?
You mean like Belmo does with his Belmo balls?
Yes.
Like the Fate or whatever?
Fate, Timeless.
Historically,
ProMotion.
in our sport, for whatever reason, I'm not sure how successful those collaborations have been. Right? Mike Albee had a ball. Steve Cook had a ball. Mark Roth had a ball. Back before balls came out so frequently, Johnny Petraglia, LT48,
LT48.
that was the one that I think was probably the biggest, most famous of all the product launch like that. I will tell you, the Belmo ball, the current one, Fate, is really good. A very ball that people could use on a lot of different patterns, and it definitely sees the lane, enough in the mid lane, but it has a nice backhand motion, so you could create some angle if you want to get deeper. But it's not super skid flippy either. So just he's really excited about that one, and sales on it have been really good. And from what you said, he used it today to win the Tournament of Champions. So very good ball. Oh no! Look who's in the Brent Prentice is in the chat. I didn't even notice. He's got cookies. Ready for 2024?
Yeah. So.
Are they health cookies? Because you don't eat a cookie, do you?
No. So one of the best fairs that goes on is the Minnesota State Fair.
Okay.
And I've been to it twice now. And one of their vendors, which is probably the most popular at the State Fair, is Sweet Martha's cookies. So they do sell them in grocery stores in Minnesota. And when I was in Minnesota last year, Brent Prentice, before the telecast, surprised me with like 3 or 4 bags of homemade Sweet Martha's chocolate chip cookies.
Okay.
And Brent, they're fabulous. I made them, and everyone's like, "Where did you make these from? These are so good." You go to the State Fair, and you have your choice of a cone, which fills about, let's say, 2 dozen cookies. It overflows, or a bucket, and they're warm, soft, chewy chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah.
It's just, you have to experience it.
It's your thing, yeah.
It's your thing, yeah. So I've been to the State Fair, and that's by far, it's like one of the last booths you hit on your way out or towards the end.
Yeah, and you take them home with you.
And and you don't need the bucket. I mean, unless you have a family of 12, you really don't need the bucket. However, Brent, I do appreciate that because they are delightful. Probably the best chocolate chip cookie I've ever eaten, and my 2 favorite foods in my life are chocolate chip cookies and pizza.
Those are it.
Those are it. Yeah, Sweet Martha's cookies. And then you have your other crazy stuff: bacon on a stick, pork chop
Bacon on a
stick. They've got the buttered cow, the cow made out of strictly butter. It's just they've got cheese curds from Wisconsin. They've got these donuts that are to die for, these sugar donuts. I forget what the hot dog is called. Something puppy. Brian and Stephanie will have to know. Yeah, so some great food at the Minnesota State Fair. I know it's one of the top 5 in the country in terms of state fairs.
Nice.
I think Texas is a big one. I believe Ohio has a very good state fair as well.
I think you're right, because Blair, that's a big deal to Blair, too.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
New Jersey, I've never been to the New Jersey State Fair at the Meadowlands every year in July. I've never been. Syracuse is also a very good state fair from what I've heard. So if you like carnival food and crazy themed food ideas, state fairs for you.
I'm so boring when it comes to my palate, Kel, that I don't even like chocolate chip cookies.
I'm
Seriously.
sorry.
I do love oatmeal raisin cookies.
Okay, hey.
You know Mama Vi does the cookies.
Oh,
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
She's a cookie killer. She makes unbelievable chocolate chip and oatmeal raisin. So I get the oatmeal raisin. Everyone else goes chocolate chip.
Okay.
And you got to be on Team Cookie to get one.
Team Cookie.
She only brings, if you're on Team Cookie, then you can get one. Papa Vi, he's the chief taster of the cookies, and Chris is the distributor of the cookies.
Yeah, thanks so much, Brent. What a great proprietor he is. We've had a few tourist stops there. Shannon won last year. Second repeat winner there, or first time, or only repeat winner there.
Yeah.
Just a great center.
They have a great restaurant there, right?
Oh, yeah. I stay all the time and just eat in the restaurant.
Yep. Traditionally, you eat very healthy. You're a very health-conscious person. And that's an actual restaurant. So you can go in and get like a nice salad and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, I do. I try to really watch what I eat and, stay healthy as I can. Like I had the omelet here for lunch. They had breakfast all day, so I had a mushroom and tomato omelet.
Yeah.
I did have the hash browns, but I skipped the toast.
Okay.
So you get your vegetables, you got your protein, and a little bit of the good tasting carbs.
Yeah. Sounds pretty good to me. I didn't eat. I ordered something in between rounds, but it never showed up.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I can live off of my stored body fat for a while. Like a whale in the Alaskan Ocean. I'm good. We're good. All right, folks, listen, we're going to take a small little break. We'll be right back for Game 4. Is it Game 4?
For the men, it's Game 4, yeah.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Just to make a point, if you don't look good on the lanes, you won't do good on the lanes. Shop the look. Cool Wick, proud jersey partner of Storm Bowling. Everything from the Storm Black Label collection to Cool Wick quick ship jerseys. Each one designed to let your jersey do the talking. Cool Wick jerseys, hoodies, hats, and more. Cool Wick. Visit coolwick.com. Select, customize, and be cool. Cool Wick. Coming this summer, the 2023 Chicago White Sox Bowlers Day, Sunday, August 27th. It's our day for 22 years of guaranteed good time for all. Sunday, August 27th against the Oakland A's. It's the 2023 Chicago White Sox Bowlers Day. Be sure to keep an eye out for more information coming soon. And mark your calendar, Sunday, August 27th. Your game is about to get better. Introducing SPI Plus, a new digital magazine monthly from Storm. This month, practical advice from Danielle McEwen on setting goals and reaching them. Practice tips from Shannon O'Keefe and SPI Plus columns on your fitness, even traveling tips. SPI Plus. Visit stormbowling.com, enter promo code 2023, and get the entire year free. Take your game to the next level with SPI Plus.
Every new grill deserves to be christened. Do it right with the champagne of beers. Welcome to the high life.
All right, everyone. Well, we are back. Nice to see our friends Cool Wick have a little spot and a little promo. Go check them out. They made all jerseys for the kids this morning. All the finalists, Kel, as you saw, you handed them out to all the kids when they checked in. They got this really cool Wick jersey, which had the Chicago skyline on it. It was just a really nice shirt.
Yes.
And they make great quality products, so check out Cool Wick and visit our friends over there. They love the sport of bowling. They'll do anything to help that they can. Also, Miller High Life is one of our core sponsors of Beat the Champs. So the champagne of beers, check them out if you're so inclined. And don't forget about Bowlers Day, August 27th. It's a Sunday, and it is in partnership with the White Sox, the Chicago White Sox. In fact, earlier today, our White Sox contact was in the building, taking in the action and hanging out, Mr. Sam Lawson. It was great seeing him, and we look forward to being at Bowlers Day, where everyone gets a special ball cap for that you can only get if you come to the game. So it's really cool. And if you live in the Chicagoland area, or you just want to make the trip in and take in a White Sox game, come hang out with us, because we'll be there. And Kel, you've thrown out the ball, the first pitch.
I have.
You've done it before.
I have done it, yep.
And you made it to the plate.
I threw it over the plate one year.
Is that the year that you went and got special coaching or warm-ups with down on the field? That's what I heard. I heard the rumor is you were
No, that
out.
was the year I wasn't allowed to. Like, I didn't get the catcher to get me loose or anything. And
Yep.
my grip was bad, and I threw it to the backstop.
You threw it over the catcher's
Over
head.
the catcher to the safety net, yeah. Just slip of the finger.
All right, well, this is it. It's the final game, and we would love to provide you with scores, but you'll have to tune in to the award show coming up shortly after the completion of Game 4 to find out who's taking home the $10,000 top prize in each division. As I mentioned before, and if you're just joining us, the great Kelly Kulik is hanging out with you all. So if you have questions for Kelly, shoot them our way in the chat, and she'll be able to answer them live for you. Before we went on our commercial break, Cal, we were chatting with Brent Prentice, the great proprietor at Cedarvale Lanes in Minnesota. And we were talking about all the fair foods and things like that. And he reminded me one time when I was there, I actually stayed at his house. And we hung out in his establishment and had dinner and maybe a beer or two. A couple Miller High Lifes.
Couple?
Yeah. And then we walked to his house and stayed there. Yeah. Because he lived right by the bowl. I don't know if he's still there. He might be in a big mansion now at this point, like in the... Does Minnesota have all the lakes?
Yes.
Or is that Michigan?
Land of 1,000 lakes. 10,000 lakes.
Is that Michigan or Minnesota?
Minnesota.
Minnesota, yeah. Well, I want to go back. Maybe that will be the tour stop. I try to go to one women's tour stop a year. I think that will be the one I go to.
Well, you'll have to look for the 2024 season because we are not there this year.
We're not there this year.
Nope.
Okay,
I do know a bid was made, but maybe in the 2024 season.
Yes, okay. I'll be ready to go, and I will want to go fishing because Minnesota has great fishing too.
Yeah, it's one thing I'd like to do is actually try the ice fishing. I've never done that.
Oh, sounds cold.
Sounds chilling.
All right, well, once again, the men are leading the way over here on 15-16. The ladies on 17 and 18 are not started. Ladies, let's go. And let's watch the various styles. This gentleman has a strike and a spare to start. He's playing them way outside. Very nice. Charles here on lane 15. Strike spare to start his game. And Jay's getting up on 16. Cal, can you help them get started on that pair over there?
I think I got the evil look.
Oh. What'd you say? Ladies, I don't mean to interrupt the chat, but game 4's ready. What?
You ladies ready to start?
Yeah. Oh, this is good. That's the style I'm thinking of going to. The lady on 17. That's how I want to roll the ball. When I was talking to you about straighter earlier, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, that rev rate was about 75.
Is that good?
So, well,
is that straight?
It's not going to overhook.
Yeah.
That is straight. No, I don't see that being competitive all the time.
I'll just only bowl the tournaments that are really, really hard.
Really, really dry.
Really hard.
No, but she seems very accurate. I watched her the first game. She had a double three-bagger there at one point.
Yeah. No, she can bowl.
Yep.
And she kind of taken the lane out of play a little bit.
Yeah.
I like it. We jinxed her by talking about her. She missed the spare there, but.
Well, I might have aggravated them when I told them to giddy up.
Maybe they got, cold and stiff from sitting down when they were chatting. All right. Well. Oh, let's go the softer ball speed. Uh-oh.
Is that an RSTX3? Or an original hypercell?
Hypercell is what I was going with, but I think you're right. I think it's an X3.
That's the game I play. What ball is it?
Whoa. telling you, there's something there. Kel, my logic is when everyone zigs in life, you should zag, right? Like that's kind of where I came up earlier when we were talking about throwing it straighter.
Okay.
Is everyone's trying to curve it more
Yes.
and create more power.
Yep.
So if I learned to throw the ball the straightest of anyone,
Yeah.
no one throws it straighter. At one point, I'm going to have a competitive advantage because I throw it the straightest. No, not true.
Well, if that's the case, then you just need a house ball, right?
No. I want a nice storm ball.
Do you want a little bit of rotation?
I want to just go like if you're throwing like a block of ice onto the lane and it just glides all the way down the lane, like that.
So curling, but with a bowling ball.
Curling. Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
I think.
in order for the ball to carry and be effective, it has to have some angle of entry
Oh yeah. I
into the
forgot.
pocket.
Okay.
So it's great if you want to. Hey, you know what? Do what the spinners do. Helicopters just.
Either side of the head pin.
Yep, either side of the head pin, and your toughest spare is a 2-8.
Oh, the double wood is
Yep.
tough.
Because it's interesting. We rely on carry. They rely on deflection.
Oh, the ball does the ball bounces
deflects,
around.
yeah.
Good. Yeah. Good point.
Oh, good shot there. Oh, almost left the 5 and dime.
5 and dime.
Yeah, and when it's the 5-7, it's the Heinz.
Yeah.
Heinz 57. 710 is the bedpost. I still call the big 4 the Richard Nixon.
Why is that?
I'm not a crook. The 2
Oh
fingers.
yeah.
You got the bucket with the handle. 2-4.
7?
Yep, with the 7. You got the rail. The rail.
The rail's a rail.
Which the washout, then the super washout, which I think there needs to be a better name for the super washout. The Greek church.
Yeah. What about the Greek church with the 3-pin? Is that right? Four through the middle?
4 through the middle. Yeah, that's. I can't say what that is. You have to bleep me out on the camera.
Uh-oh. She missed the 6-pin barely to the right, now the 3-pin barely to the right, Cal.
So Michelle Coburn, she is the letter C bowler on lane 19. I watched her bowl game 1. She was the one with about a 4 or 5 bagger.
Yeah.
Starts off with a washout here, but I do know her first game was pretty good. $10,000 for, that's, I can't say it's a life-changing amount, but it's definitely a moment.
Hey, for coming to roll 4 games on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, but I mean, they had to pre-qualify to get here, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
It wasn't just hey, here's my $100 entry fee and I'm going to show up and win 10 grand.
Yep.
There was a process along the way, but
There's only $5 to enter.
yeah.
All of the competitors, the 16,000 plus competitors, it was $5 entry to participate and beat the champs. And then they made it to their sectional or regionals, and then they advanced, and it's so interesting because you have some really high level talented players, and then you have some that are just beginning.
Yeah.
But with handicap, that's how they got there, right?
Yeah.
7-10, devastation.
It's been a lot on this pair too.
Yeah. Well, like any of you at home watching, I'm excited to I don't want the bowling to be over, but I do want the bowling to be over because I want to know who won. I want the update on the score. And this guy's got it right. Guy goes up, throws a strike, his buddy hands him a beer. That's he's got it all figured out, Cal. He's got life. He's winning at life.
All right, so we got letter A on lane 14. Got a 240 pace going. Also has a unique release, or I should say backswing. It's kind of got like that Mike Newman pullback.
Oh, yeah. Name from years gone by.
Yeah.
Ring and 10.
I think that's what makes bowling so unique. There's no one cookie cutter style that lends to being perfect or the right way. You know, the pins don't recognize if you're holding your balance at the foul line or not. They just fall or they don't.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's what, you know, golf, there's some variations in the swing. There can be some variations along the way. But bowling, one-handed, two-handed, lefty, righty, bent elbow, non-belt elbow. Sliding on the wrong foot, reverse hook. There's no one right way. There's definitely a higher percentage of carrying and hitting the pocket consistently. Anybody can be the best on any given day.
And that's coming from you, who's a technician.
Yeah.
I mean, you are about as solid fundamentally as anyone that's ever played the game. And you have all the tricks. You make your ball do a lot of different things, right?
I do. I like to put hand positions and feels along the way. I can tumble it. I can twirl it. I can slow hook it. It all has its place here and there.
And usually you know when to use what.
Majority of the time, yes, yep. You can have a toolbox full of a lot of tools. You just got to know which one to grab.
Yep.
Most of the time, the leaderboard will tell you that too.
Yeah.
Sometimes
if
who's
the
bowling
straighter
well.
players are dominating, you know that maybe that might be a good choice.
Yep.
And then if people are curving it and they're having success, then maybe do that. That's the logic I would use anyway.
Well, I would think, like, if Aaron McCarthy, Maria Jose Rodriguez, myself, and maybe like Liz Culkin are in the top 7, I know it's good left to right.
Yeah.
I know it's good. But then if I see Stephanie Johnson, Shannon O'Keefe, Liz Johnson, I know I got to be straighter with good ball speed.
100%. Cal, do you bowl any like local type tournaments just to get games in, competitive games in when you're at home?
I usually bowl the state tournament for New Jersey.
Yeah.
Which is coming up in April, but no, I just rely a lot on my practicing.
Okay.
So I haven't bowled league in a while because I needed a night off to do more other things.
Yeah.
To practice or to find more time for drilling balls and so forth. So I put a lot of more time in my preparation and personal practice than competition, although you don't get any other experience than doing it in competition. You could read a book, you can watch on TV, but until you experience it live and in person, you know, you can't really teach that.
Leanne is of the mindset that she has to bowl, like if she wanted to bowl like the U.S. Open, for example.
Yeah.
She will want to bowl the week or two before the U.S. Open to get her. She's a very nervous person.
Okay.
So she feels like she has to bowl to get her tournament feel going, her feel. So she has to pre-bowl before the event she really wants to bowl.
Okay.
And it could be any tournament, but it has to be a tournament, not just practice.
I've had great practice sessions before a tournament and then bowled poorly.
Yeah.
You know, and vice versa. Hey, whatever works, I'm all for it.
I think some people are wound, the longer the format, the better. She's one of those people.
I am too, yeah.
And you're one of the,
Yep.
just let me figure it out over a body of work, over about a few days. Like the one-day event where all your qualifying takes place on one day, those sprint type events are, some people love them. There's people that absolutely love that vibe.
Yep.
She's not one of them, that's all. But she doesn't bowl anymore, so it's all good. Leanne, you know.
One of the greatest of all time.
But she gonna bowl maybe like a U.S. Open or Queens.
Mm-hmm.
And before she does that, there'll be all this prep work, stretching, because she's a gym person. She's like you, she's a health person, right?
Yeah.
So if she wouldn't be just showing up, hey, the U.S. Open's in 3 months, I'm gonna show up and bowl. No, her diet's right, her exercise is right, her stretching is right. She's done everything possible. Her equipment is right.
She's prepared.
She's
prepped.
prepared,
Yep.
ready to go, to give herself the best chance of success, which we talked about earlier, like luck, right?
Yeah.
Luck just comes to the people that are prepared.
I believe that.
I'm not seeing any big scores around this, Cal. Just saying.
Not for game 4. 223, 209 on 13 and 14. 817 for 4. Letter C.
Okay, a little over.
So what is that? 204? 204 average.
Uh-oh. Spare. Nope. So you mentioned earlier you are off for a couple days, and then you're heading to Orlando for a clinic at Kegel?
Yes.
The camp?
I believe it's a Storm Youth Camp.
Camp, yep. That'll be fun for you. You know a lot of the kids, right?
I believe so. Yeah, 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll get home Monday night, Monday morning.
You see an alligator while you're there?
I'm sure a lot of orange grows or orange stands. If I see an alligator, I'll consider myself lucky.
They have one in the back pond, don't they, the Kegel?
I have no idea.
Ask the guys, because I think when I was there one time, that little back pond behind the parking lot, I think they said don't go out that way.
Okay.
But I'm nuts, so I want to see one in its natural habitat. Like, I want to see it. And if he gets the better of me, it's like we talked about Jurassic Park. I always root for the dinosaurs. Like, go dinos.
Anything reptile-ish, reptile-like.
Oh, can't get the 5 to go, Charles. But you got a nice shirt. You know, outside of the TAT, which has divisions for kind of everyone.
Yeah.
This is the most diverse group of bowlers, skill set wise, going for 10 grand for a big prize like that. that I've ever seen.
So where does the prize fund money come from?
Well, they had 16,000 people pay $5
Okay.
to bowl the local qualifying through their leagues. So it's been going on for like, months. It's getting to this finals point. And some of that money goes to charity, which they raise a ton of money for charity. Some goes into the prize fund that's going to be awarded today. And it's all brought to you by Chicagoland BPA, the bowling proprietors. 60th year.
Long run.
And now next year, there's rumors that next year it will expand from the Chicagoland area through the entire state of Illinois. You know how many bowlers that's going to be?
I can't even imagine.
Can't even imagine.
Well,
If they have 16,000 competing in the event, just in Chicagoland area.
stop that gentleman.
He wanted to go.
He wanted to go.
You got no 5-pin though. 5-pin's taking a nap on the deck.
There's been very few breakdowns too, I've noticed.
I noticed that too. And you know what's amazing? Dave, the general manager, told me this morning when we got here that their head mechanic here is the absolute best head mechanic. And now it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Been here all day. No breakdowns. Big double. Kelly, our time is almost up here. Thanks for hanging out with everyone today. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thanks for all the conversation. Let it be about bowling, about life, about food. I appreciate being able to ramble. It's been a great time. I'm very excited to see who is going to walk away. Every bowler here will walk away with one of those Beat the Champs beautiful bowling pins with their score sheet. And again, some prize funds by storm and some TVs along the way. Tune in for the award ceremony. Let's see who's going to walk away with that $10,000 prize. Wow, what a great split. The 4-5-10, I believe, was the spare. How it was left, I'm not sure, but what a great conversion.
All right, Kel. Well, we'll see you. You've got some awards to go hand out and probably a $10,000 check to take a picture with the winner.
Sure.
So thanks for all your time.
Thank you.
And we'll check you out when I broadcast the awards show here in a few minutes.
Sounds great, Gary. See you soon.
Okay, take care, everyone. We'll be right back with awards in about 15 minutes.